In a world filled with uncertainty and market turmoil, there lies a hidden gem of opportunity that could change your financial destiny forever. With markets having crashed in 2022 and somewhat recovered recently in 2023, investors are all wondering where we are headed next. There is one asset that looks particularly interesting and bullish, especially according to renowned billionaire investor Stanley Druckenmiller. Before I reveal this asset, check out the description below for a list of books that have helped me achieve financial freedom. Click on the links below to get your copy too. I am confident they will help you as well. Now, the asset that Stanley Druckenmiller is talking about is copper. A story of raw potential and unparalleled growth, this asset stands above the rest. As we explore this thrilling narrative, prepare to discover the untold story of a metal that has shaped civilizations and driven progress throughout the ages. But its true potential is yet to be fully unleashed. Brace yourself for a journey like no other, as we unveil the reasons why copper and copper mining companies hold the key to an extraordinary investment opportunity, especially in the face of a looming market crash. Stay tuned until the end of this video, when I reveal how I am going about investing in copper this year. So, fasten your seatbelts and get ready to immerse yourself in the unimaginable copper rush. Buy this #1 asset before the end of 2023 and watch your fortunes surge amid the chaos. For centuries, copper has played an indispensable role in shaping civilizations and powering economic progress. With its remarkable conductivity and versatility, it has been the lifeblood of technological advancements from ancient times to the modern era. Today, copper's significance has only grown, especially as global industries race towards a more sustainable future. Its exceptional electrical and thermal conductivity make it a vital component in renewable energy infrastructure. According to industry reports, the demand for copper is projected to surge by 50% in the next 2 decades, driven primarily by the electrification of vehicles and the expansion of renewable energy sources. But it's not just green energy that relies on copper. In the realm of technology, copper remains an essential component in the production of smartphones, computers, and other electronic devices. With the rise of the Internet of Things and 5G technology, the demand for copper in the tech sector is anticipated to reach unprecedented heights. Moreover, copper's antimicrobial properties have made it indispensable in healthcare settings. From hospitals to public spaces, copper is increasingly utilized to create germ-resistant surfaces, reducing the spread of infections. Now, consider this. Copper production has its limits. With increasing demand and finite reserves, a supply deficit is expected to emerge. This scarcity will inevitably drive up copper prices, potentially leading to significant gains for investors who recognize its true value. Unmasking the demand. One of the primary drivers behind this surge is the booming electric vehicle industry. According to market projections, the number of electric cars on the road is expected to triple by the end of the decade. Each electric vehicle utilizes a significantly larger amount of copper compared to traditional internal combustion engine vehicles. From the battery and electric motor to the charging infrastructure, copper's conductivity and efficiency are integral to the EV revolution. But the thirst for copper doesn't end there. As renewable energy sources like solar and wind power become increasingly mainstream, the need for copper in their infrastructure is critical. Solar panels, wind turbines, and energy storage systems rely heavily on copper to efficiently generate and transmit clean energy. The technology sector is another major player driving copper demand. The rise of the Internet of Things and the constant evolution of smartphones and computers necessitate copper's exceptional electrical properties for optimum performance. As technology continues to reshape our lives, the demand for copper in the tech industry is only going to intensify. Interestingly, the healthcare sector has also joined the race to utilize copper's antimicrobial properties. Studies have shown that copper's surfaces can actively eliminate harmful pathogens, making it an invaluable tool in reducing infections and enhancing public health. According to industry analysts, by the end of the decade, the global copper demand is projected to greatly exceed the available supply by a considerable margin. The anticipated deficit indicates a potential price surge for copper, making it an alluring investment opportunity for those who recognize its future potential. An important point to keep in mind here is that typically commodities like copper have long-term bullish and bearish cycles, and bullish cycles typically start before the supply-demand mismatch officially begins. The next 6 months could be the beginning of this cycle. The looming storm. Recent market volatility has raised red flags, with the Fear and Greed Index hitting unprecedented levels. Historic data reveals that, on average, stock markets experience a major crash every 10 years. Considering the last major downturn was the Great Recession of 2008, we might be due for another upheaval. Geopolitical tensions add fuel to the fire, with trade wars, political unrest, and territorial disputes creating an atmosphere of instability. Such uncertainties can trigger investor anxiety, leading to abrupt market corrections and massive sell-offs. One of the major catalysts for the possible market turbulence is the ongoing global debt crisis. The collective debt of nations has reached staggering levels, surpassing $255 trillion according to recent reports by the Institute of International Finance. Mounting debt burdens can cripple economies and push them into a downward spiral, adversely impacting investor confidence. In the face of this looming storm, investors seek shelter in safe haven assets. Historically, commodities like gold have acted as a hedge against market volatility, but now copper emerges as a new contender, offering unique attributes that could safeguard wealth during turbulent times. Copper's industrial demand and the vital role it plays in essential sectors, combined with its potential supply shortages, have positioned it as an attractive safe haven asset. Unlike traditional safe havens, copper's dual utility in industrial and investment contexts offers a diversified and potent hedge against potential market crashes. Of course, if we see a massive deflationary crash, as we did in 2008, all assets go down with it. Copper would not be an exception either. However, regardless of the macroeconomic situation, copper, over the course of the next few years, has an undeniable investment opportunity. The golden opportunity. According to industry projections, the demand for copper is set to increase by 50% in the next 2 decades. In response to this soaring demand, copper production must ramp up. However, there are challenges to meet the supply requirements. The finite nature of copper reserves, coupled with complex mining processes and environmental regulations, is expected to worsen the supply deficit in the near future. Stanley Druckenmiller, billionaire hedge fund investor, already believes the deficit in copper is one of the worst he has seen in the commodity markets. This imbalance between demand and supply creates a golden opportunity for astute investors. As the scarcity of copper intensifies, its price is poised to skyrocket. History has shown that during periods of supply shortages, copper prices have surged to record highs. Investors who recognize this trend have the chance to reap substantial profits. But the allure of the golden opportunity doesn't end there. Copper mining companies, the gatekeepers of this precious metal, present an even more compelling investment case. These companies possess not only the valuable resource itself, but also the expertise and infrastructure to capitalize on the rising demand. Moreover, copper mining companies often show resilience during market downturns. As industrial demand remains steady, their stocks can act as a cushion in the face of broader market volatility. This stability is particularly attractive in times of uncertainty, making them an appealing option for risk-conscious investors. So, how am I going to invest in copper? Yes, one can surely invest in a simple copper tracking index or ETF. However, the outsized returns will be seen in copper mining companies, as they are essentially leveraged plays for copper. Keep in mind, though, with leverage, you get higher reward, but also higher risk on the downside. That being said, I plan on investing in copper mining ETFs that, while capturing the upside, also minimize the downside, as they contain a diverse mix of copper mining company stocks. Several ETFs I am considering include the Global X Copper Miners ETF with ticker COPX, iPath Series B Bloomberg Copper Subindex Total Return with ticker symbol JJC, and United States Copper Index ETF with ticker CPER. Of course, do your own research before investing in anything. Nothing here is financial advice, and I am not a financial advisor. As is the nature of mining companies, if we see an increase of 50% in the price of copper, these mining companies may see upwards of 300 to 1,000% return. That's why I am keeping my eye on copper mining companies. So, this is it, the moment you've been waiting for. The copper rush, the chance to ride the surging wave of copper's potential and change your financial destiny. As industries race towards a greener future, the demand for copper is skyrocketing, presenting an unparalleled opportunity for investors. If you've enjoyed this video, consider subscribing and smashing the like button.